Hi, everyone. The Suez Canal is an artificial sea-level waterway located in Egypt, which connects the Mediterranean Sea with the Gulf of Suez, which is the northern branch of the Red Sea. The Suez Canal, also known as the Canal, is 193 kilometers long and is one of the most used shipping routes in the world. As time went on, the Suez Canal was later expanded due to various factors, but even though this canal had been expanded some time ago, this canal experienced a bottleneck due to large ships that were stuck, closing the Suez Canal. The following is a brief process of the Suez Canal expansion project and the causes of congestion on the Suez Canal some time ago. Construction of the Suez Canal began in April 1859 and was completed in November 1869, which was initiated by a French acquaintance named Ferdinand Vicomte de Lesseps. This canal allows water transportation from Europe to Asia without going around Africa, so the journey becomes faster. To pass through it, every passing ship must pay a toll that reaches tens of millions per ship. The Suez Canal is the busiest waterway in the world, where approximately 18,000 ships pass through the Suez Canal every year. Over time, this large ship can reach 400 meters in length, making the Suez Canal feel narrow and only one ship can pass. Because of that, on August 5, 2014, a mega-project was launched by the Suez Canal Area Project to expand the Suez Canal called the New Suez Project. New Suez is known as the Suez Canal Expansion Project, which allows ship traffic to be carried out from two directions, from the Mediterranean Sea in the north and from the Red Sea in the south. The expansion project also created a new 72-kilometer route on the Suez Canal, allowing ships to sail in both directions at the same time. From an economic point of view, this project also aims to increase the role of the Suez Canal area in international trade, and also increase the income of the Egyptian government from $5 billion per year up to $12.3 billion per year. In the initial plan, the construction of the Suez Canal was estimated to take around 3 years, but in the process, this project can be completed in just 1 year. To fund this project, the Egyptian government sold shares to the people of Egypt, and managed to reap funds of $8.5 billion. Workers and excavation construction in the Suez Canal area use various kinds of heavy equipment and a very large number of giant trucks. In the process, this paper is divided into 2 sessions. Namely, the first session is the construction of a new 35 kilometers waterway next to the old Suez Canal waterway, while the second session was to deepen and expand the old waterway along 37 kilometers with a depth of 24 meters. In the first session of sand excavation using various kinds of heavy equipment such as bulldozers, scripters and heavy trucks to dig and move as much as 250 million cubic meters of sand and rocks. The dredging is also dredged using a cutting section dragger type electrode, which is about 130 meters long and 30 meters wide. To dredge the bottom of the Suez Canal, this dredger has a cutter heat. The front part has a drill with a diameter of 3 meters to dig and destroy material on the seabed. Then the crushed material is sucked up by a hydraulic pump, which is then dumped through a pipe to a large storage area in the middle of the Sinai Desert. 27 Dranger cutting section dredgers were used in the Suez Canal expansion process. While in the second session, the Egyptian government hired 21 dredgers who had different tasks. In the first dredging company, it was responsible for deepening the Suez Canal as deep as 24 meters. While in the second dredging company, it would be tasked with expanding the old canal. With this expansion and deepening project, the Suez Canal can now be passed by Suezmax vessels, which is the term used to refer to the size of the largest ship that can cross the Suez Canal with a full load. The characteristics of the Suezmax ship are that it weighs 160,000 tons, has a maximum width of 50 meters, and a maximum height of 68 meters, while its length is not limited. Work on the Suez Canal expansion project was completed in July 2015 and opened to the public in 2016. The new Suez Canal can reduce ship transit time from 18 hours to just 11 hours. And this expansion can double the capacity of the Suez Canal from 49 to 97 ships per day. After being expanded, the width of the Suez Canal became 200 meters and has a depth of 24 meters. Even though it is already very wide, in March 2021 there was an incident. Namely, the Ever Given ship was stuck in the Suez Canal, which caused traffic jams, and the Suez Canal was blocked for 6 days. This happened when the Ever Given ship was on a voyage from China to Rotterdam in the Netherlands. This Ever Given ship was a ship leased by a Taiwanese shipping company, Evergreen Marine, which was included in the Golden Class container ship. The Ever Given ship has a length of 400 meters and is known to be carrying 20,000 containers, with a height of more than 50 meters. For a ship this size, the Suez Canal feels very narrow, and the skill of a captain is really tested, because to pass through the Suez Canal is not easy. At that time, this ship showed strong swaying. When the wind was blowing very fast and the guard ordered the captain to speed up the ship to 13 knots, the goal was to make it easier to control the ship. But by accelerating the ship in this narrow circle, the water will also move quickly, and this causes a decrease in water pressure. And this is also known as Bernoulli's principle. Because of the decreasing water pressure, the ship seems to be sucked in so that the ship moves left and right, which in the end the front of the ship hits the sand on the edge of the canal. With the size of a 400-meter-long ship, the Suez Canal, which has a width of about 200 meters, is finally closed and impassable. To overcome this, as many as 7 tugboats tried to tow this ship, and the process lasted until night, but to no avail. Then international operations were carried out. Fuel and 9,000 tons of ballast water were pumped out of the Ever Given ship so that the ship became lighter. On March 24, 2012, an excavator was deployed to the location to dig sand at the edge of this narrowest ship. Then on March 25, the dredger dug sand around the Ever Given ship, which was stuck, but these efforts have still not produced results. On March 26, the Suez Canal Authority requested the assistance of the American Navy to send their team of dredging experts to assist in the evacuation of the ship. Then the next day, tugboats from the Netherlands and Italy helped tow the Ever Given ship. The withdrawal process took place on both sides of the ship in opposite directions. Finally, after 3 hours, the ship was successfully towed and then pulled up to Lake Great Peter. For 6 days, the closure of the Suez Canal as a result of this incident caused disruption to global trade and resulted in an estimated loss of $9 billion. As many as 450 ships could not pass and waited in the Suez Canal because of this incident, and on March 29, the Suez Canal was finally reopened.